my channel. I wanted to thank all those who have subscribed so far, and to any new subscribers, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing the case on Kayelyn Louder. Kayelyn Louder was not someone you would expect to disappear, but that's exactly what happened on September 27th, 2014 in Murray, Utah. After several bizarre phone calls to police starting the day prior, Kayelyn was last seen outside of her rental unit at 5:45 p.m. Clad in shorts and a tank top, the bare-footed Kayelyn could be seen making animated gestures and possibly talking to herself in the rain. She left behind her purse, cell phone, and her beloved pug, Phyllis. No one was able to locate Kayelyn, that is, until her body was discovered about 5 miles in the Jordan River. Before she disappeared, Kayelyn had placed several strange calls to 911. On September 26th, Kayelyn phoned the police to report that someone had broken into her home. The dispatcher inquired if she knew the person, to which she replied, "No, I don't. I just know there's an intruder in my house." Kayelyn then reported that she suspected there were 2 intruders, as she had overheard snippets of conversation in which one intruder said, "Hey, go in there." On the recordings, Kayelyn's roommate, Carol, is heard in the background questioning Kayelyn's report of an intrusion. Carol remarked that the doors were secured and that it was impossible for someone to have broken in. When Kayelyn's sister, Maddie Rodriguez, listened to the recordings, she did not hear anything off-putting in her sister's voice, just that Kayelyn sounded like she was scared. Weeks passed without any sign of Kayelyn, and her friends and family were left in the final phone calls and images of her taken on CCTV outside of her apartment complex, where she stood barefoot in the rain. Then, on the morning of December 1st, Kayelyn's body was found in the Jordan River in West Valley City, near 1200 West and 3300 South, by 2 men who had come out to inspect the city's drainage pipes. Her body had been submerged and partially concealed. After an autopsy, there was nothing to indicate a clear cause of death. So, how does an otherwise healthy 30-year-old woman go missing and turn up dead, submerged in a river with no clear signs of what killed her? If you ask her family, they'll tell you it was foul play. If you ask other people, they might tell you about Kayelyn's struggles and what might have caused her to take her own life or accidentally die after going missing. Kayelyn Louder didn't have what you might call an easy go of it in life. Kayelyn seemingly wanted to do some good in the world, having gotten her bachelor's in social work from Utah State University in 2006. However, Kayelyn had difficulties finding gainful employment and was for a time unemployed. She had found a job in a boys' school in mid-2014, but was let go in the late summer of that year, just before her disappearance. There has been speculation as to why she was let go, but there seems to be no concrete evidence to prove that she was terminated for any type of delusional or unprofessional behavior. At the time, Kayelyn also was working as a dog sitter through an online company. Kayelyn wasn't the only family member struggling in life. Her twin brother, Colton, had been incarcerated for the shooting of their uncle, Jeffrey Ackerman. Colton had been using drugs and was sentenced to 5 years for manslaughter in November of 2009. The phone calls are truly the most puzzling piece of this crazy jigsaw puzzle. The first series of calls, which started on September 26th at around 9 p.m., were to report gunshots and fight noises coming from the complex's clubhouse. There was a wedding reception happening at the time, but when police responded, none of the guests knew anything about a fight or gunshots. Kayelyn then called back an hour, but hung up. At 8:18 the next morning, Kayelyn started making the phone calls where she insisted that someone was trying to break into her home. Police never found any sign of break-in or attempted break-in. The two surveillance videos taken the day she disappeared show Kayelyn at 3:30 p.m. and later at 5:45 p.m. as the weather was somewhat rainy and cool. It is to be taken note that Kayelyn is wearing only a tank top and shorts. The second video shows her breaking into a light jog, but nothing indicates that she is being followed. There is also footage of Kayelyn seemingly talking to someone, although it is assumed to be her dog Phyllis, whom she was carrying with her. So what happened? Could Kayelyn have fallen into the creek that runs through the area near her home? If so, there is a possibility that it could have carried her body through the Jordan River if the drainage system in the area was successfully navigated. Also, given that it was a rainy day, conditions might have made the soil slick and the water might have been elevated higher than usual. But why were no bruises, scrapes, water in the lungs, drugs in her system, or any traditional marks of an accidental drowning found during the autopsy? The ruling was that she had died due to exposure while in the river. Kayelyn wasn't known to have any enemies. While she might have been coping with symptoms of anxiety and depression, she was not known to display delusional behaviors of psychosis. Unfortunately, this case seems to have no easy answers for the many questions it poses. Was Kayelyn Louder simply distraught and not paying attention in inclement weather, accidentally fell into the creek where her body was carried, or did Kayelyn happen to meet with foul play? So, I'm not really sure my thoughts on this because it seems to me that, there really is not much evidence at all as to what happened. I don't believe, though, that her body was... I don't think that she just, fell into the river and died, especially because there was no water found in her lungs or anything. I think that she was dead and placed in the river. But at this point, I honestly don't know who would even be involved. The only person I could even think of was her brother, but he was in jail for 5 years, so let's see, he might have been out actually by then. Yeah, so I think that there could have been maybe a dispute with her and her twin brother, just because of the fact that he was a violent man and dealt with drugs. She could have been under the influence of drugs as well, and could have gotten into some type of dispute with somebody. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about this case. But it is very eerie to me because any opinions on this case, please let me know down below in the comment section. And as always, I'm always open to new cases and suggestions that you guys want to hear from me.